Thanks Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Ever since I started my YouTube channel, I have specialized in one thing: steaks. I have done several experiments, and there's still many more to go. But there's one question I always get asked. Guga, what steak should I buy? If I have limited budget and I want to try something incredible, which one is the best? Well, today I'm here to answer that question, as I'll be putting the best steak in the world against each other. And in the end, we're gonna let you know the pros and the cons for every single one of them. And most importantly, which one should you spend your hard money to try? And the answer might surprise you. And we're going to start with the one that calls the most attention. This is a Japanese WAGYU A5 New York strip. As you can clearly see, it has more fat than meat. And if you take a closer look, you can see that between the meat fibers, there's even more fat. So yes, it is fat on top of fat, and very delicious fat, by the way. But hold on a second, because this is also a Japanese WAGYU A5. However, it is a filet mignon. It also has incredible marbling. This is also extremely expensive, but at the same time, is not even close to the New York strip. However, the tenderness of this thing is just on another level. I have crowned this on previous video as the god of all steaks, because I'll tell you one thing, it will please everyone. And here's our last final steak. Now this one also has great marbling as well, but not even close to the Japanese WAGYU A5. It is an Australian WAGYU marbling score 7. This steak is the perfect ratio between fat and meat, at least to me. For these types of steaks, you must keep it simple so that you can taste the meat. I'm going with a good amount of salt followed by freshly ground black pepper. That's it, nothing else. And as you can see, I was quite generous with the amount. Season your steak properly, everybody. It will be better. Because the next thing to do is to go ahead and cook them. And before doing so, we must have a side dish. And this is what we're going to be having. Now this recipe is super easy to make, and it pairs up perfectly with any steak. And here's how to do it. The first thing to do is to go ahead and chop up some potatoes. Choose the right kind. I'm using gold potatoes. They are better in every way in my opinion. The first thing you want to do is to chop them up in quarters. Don't make them too small. Then add a good amount of oil into it. I like to use grapeseed oil, but you can use anything you like. Then you want to season it with salt, followed by black pepper, garlic powder, and smoked paprika. Mix it well and combine everything together. Then place it on a baking sheet with a little bit of parchment paper so that the cleanup can be nice and easy. Once they're nicely spread out, go ahead and put it in the oven in the highest setting on bake. And after about 35 minutes, you should be left with something like this: roasted potatoes. It is ridiculously easy to make because remember, it's a side dish and the steak should be the star. Talking about that, the only thing left to do is to go ahead and cook them. First, I'll be putting a nice beautiful sear. Once it's done, I'll be cooking in indirect heat until I reach an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit. And for that, I'll be using my wireless thermometers. Because now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to grill some beautiful steak, so let's do it. Does that look good or what? And before we try it, I want to thank today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. It is so much fun to play with its endless content and strategic combat. Let me tell you about my top 3 favorite St. Valentine's themed heroes. First we have Karato, a cool looking ninja who deals enough damage to one-shot most enemies in the game. In second, we have Yumiko, which is Karato's other half. In third, we have Cupidus, who looks like Cupid grew up and became a knight. Raid's got a ton of cool events. There's the Forge Pass Season 7, the 3-month-long 4th Anniversary Titan event, various Valentine's Day activities, and more. Oh, and if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can get exclusive rewards in Raid right now. Like this champion Gambo, the Dishonored. He's available until March 2nd, so don't miss out. And if you didn't know, MMA and pro wrestling star Ronda Rousey has joined the Raid lineup. You can get Ronda by simply opening Raid for 7 days before February 20th. To celebrate Ronda's arrival in Raid, you can use promo code RAIDRONDA to get a bunch of in-game items to level her up. And if you haven't started playing Raid yet, click my link on the description or scan my QR code here on the screen and you'll get unique bonuses worth worth $30. We're talking a free Epic Champion Chanoro, 200k silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 Epic skill tone. All this treasure will be waiting for you here. Thank you, Raid, for sponsoring this video, but now let's get right back to it. All right, everybody, here we got our beautiful steaks. Today I can say, everybody, they are beautiful. What do you guys think?
Oh, yes.
Now, here's the cool thing about this steak. It is all from my book, everybody. This book not only explains to you what type of steak they are, how to cook them properly, but how to get the best flavor out of these steaks. These are all Wagyus, by the way. They're expensive Wagyus. And I've cooked a few Wagyus, you know, like 1 or 2 here and there. So I have messed up a lot. And if you're ever cooking your steak for the first time, you'll learn from my mistakes. And this is the recipe right here. We got the potatoes, we got the steak, and guys, get this book. You won't regret it, I promise you. That's enough about the book because I'm excited. You guys ready?
Yes. Wagyu.
That's right. I want the audience to know if they are trying Wagyu for the first time, which one should they go for it first?
Let's do it. Where we start?
All right, let's go right here. We'll go this direction. Yes, please.
Let's do it, Leo. Let's do it.
All right.
I see you, Angel.
Somebody's about to be real happy right now. You guys ready?
I can think of at least 3 people that are about to be very happy right now.
Enough talking. Let's give it a go. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh man.
That's not fair.
If you don't like this, you're from a different planet.
I can't complain at all with this steak. This steak might be the winner already.
Hold on, bro. You haven't tried it.
I don't even know if I have to try the other ones. This is so good.
At least to me, it is the perfect balanced steak. And what I mean by that is the amount of ratio of fat and meat and juiciness is just perfect in every single element.
I honestly do think Australian Wagyu is probably the perfect cut. You got the richness, you got the beef flavor, and it's like you can eat it. Like you can eat like a savage on that.
One of the best things about Wagyu is that the oiliness and the fat that it coats your mouth with continues to feel like you're still tasting steak. Long after you swallow the steak, I still feel like I just chewed it and I just swallowed it. It's so delightful. It's so amazing.
So that's the first one. Let's go in for the second one, please. Dig in.
Let's do it.
You like this video?
I'm in a great mood for this video.
You enjoyed this video.
I enjoy this video.
With that being said, let's go for this one and let me know. Enough talking. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh. Wow. It just melts.
It's so tender.
There's nothing else in my mouth.
It's not steak, it's beef butter.
It's beef butter.
That's exactly what it feels like. The heat of your tongue automatically makes it just melt away. And again, with that oiliness, it just coats your whole mouth. It just tastes so amazing, so soft. It's beautiful.
Look at this boy.
I'm having a moment, guys. Hold on.
Okay. Everything that you would ever want is here on the steak, but in a very, very small amount. That's the problem with an A5 filet mignon. By the way, that's what that is.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
That is tiny, everybody.
It's real tiny, all right? It's not big, okay?
Compared with this steak here, which is much larger. Delicious, highly recommend. But I say now we go for the last one to see how it tastes.
Yes.
No.
Hell yes.
No.
No.
Potatoes.
Potatoes?
Steak, Leo. Steak.
Yeah.
Cleanse your palate.
All right, let's go for the side dish.
I just have so much fat in my mouth.
Right now, I need some starch to absorb that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you. That's the thing whenever you're eating Wagyu, everybody, you should have some type of side dish, okay? Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh, it's
perfect.
just roasted potato, everybody.
But you know what? The thicker slices of potato, which usually you make them a little thinner. Right now, it's a texture like on the inside that's a lot softer. I like that a lot because it's crunchy and it's soft.
Very flavorful, crispy outside, fluffy interior. It's simple, but it does its job.
You hit it on the money, Leo, because the thing about my book is that every single recipe will be easy to make, everybody. You don't need to be a master chef in order to make any of the recipes. And you'll be successful because I already made all the mistakes and I made sure to put it there for you. That is delicious, easy to make. Can we go for the last one?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Wow, you really want it, huh?
Let's
Okay.
go, guys.
Let's give it a go and give them our honest opinion. Enough talking. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I don't know if you guys saw how much I had, and that was plenty to coat my entire mouth, everybody. It is amazing, okay?
Wagyu has its issues, but it's a very flavorful steak. It is the juiciest steak you will ever put in your mouth.
Fact.
The ratio of fat to steak is like 90% fat and 10% steak. So it's just really fatty. You're not gonna feel it when you eat it. 10 minutes pass, you're gonna get punched in the stomach, and that's when you're like, oh, I shouldn't have had so much Wagyu.
Yes.
That's what's gonna happen.
If you are paying for it, which one would you guys recommend them to try?
I say you go for the 7, just because you could eat more of it, and it's still super enjoyable.
I think I would also go for the Australian Wagyu just because it's a more enjoyable steak experience. You're gonna be able to eat the whole steak, enjoy it fully. It still has the perfect balancing of fat and the beef. You're gonna be really happy if you get that Australian Wagyu, trust me.
You could eat more and you could buy more.
Here's my recommendation. 100% go for this one here. An Australian Wagyu Marbling Score 7. Like everyone says, you will enjoy this steak completely. But most importantly, it is not easy to cook a Wagyu. If you cook them properly, you treat them properly, I promise you, it will be the best thing you ever put in your mouth. Facts. Anyway, guys, these are the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything is always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.